Hello, mabuhay! This is Teacher Lourdes, and this is your course, The Teaching Profession. Our lesson 16 is Teaching the Noblest of All Professions. Our objectives are you will understand why teaching is considered as the noblest profession, and you will create a 2-minute video of yourself explaining why teaching is the noblest profession. According to the Oxford Languages Dictionary, noble as an adjective means belonging to a hereditary class with high social or political status, as in aristocratic. For example, the Duchess of Kent and other noble ladies. If you watch the movie Frozen, Queen Elsa and the Princess Anna, her sister, are nobles. The synonyms are aristocratic, noble born, of noble birth, titled, patrician, or blue blooded. Another meaning is having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals. For example, the promotion of human rights was a noble aspiration. The synonyms are righteous, virtuous, good, honorable, honest, upright, and upstanding. As a noun, noble means a person of noble rank or birth. For example, the greater a noble's military power, the more land he could control. Synonyms are aristocrat, nobleman, noblewoman, lord, lady, peer, or peeress. And from the history, it means a former English gold coin. Let's now have the lesson proper. Our resource is uploaded by Shagarar College of Preceptors in slideshare.net. Let's have the lesson proper. According to Randall Buddhism, teaching is more than a noble profession. It is a vocation, a calling. A teacher is the most important person in any civilization, as on him depends the molding of the nations. Teaching as a noble profession by S. Minaksi, Srisundar College of Education in Mali, Srivilliputur. Teaching as a noble profession. Construction and destruction of students can be produced in a teacher's lab. This is according to Chanakya. Construction, because the great teachers and inspiring teachers can also inspire students to become lovers of learning and to become the best versions of themselves. Destruction of students can be done by bad teachers who embarrass students and make them suffer as students. So teachers have great effect on students. So we must become noble teachers, not the bad teachers. Teaching is one of the noblest and oldest services to the society. Teaching has the power to shape the next generation. Of course, teachers shape the next generation because we teach the children. After we die, these children whom we taught will be the next ones who will run the country and the governments and our society. So teachers has the power to shape the next generation. So the good qualities of teachers must be maintained so that the next generations also have good qualities. So, what are the characteristics of effective teaching? Effective teaching has organization and clarity. A good teacher explains the content clearly. According to Albert Einstein, if you cannot explain a concept to a 4-year-old, you cannot understand or you don't understand the concept. So, a teacher must use examples and analogies to explain difficult tasks. A good teacher has a well prepared activity. A good teacher has analytics approach and he or she uses varied activities and varied approaches, varied strategies every day so that the students will be motivated and they will be inspired and they will not be bored because it is a sin to be a boring teacher. Effective teaching gives present a student a sense of the field, its past, present, and future. That's why in science, for example, we give a background of the study, the history of why a lesson or a science concept has emerged, focusing to the scientists who developed the concepts. Dynamism and enthusiasm. Effective teaching is energetic and dynamic. Effective teaching has an aura of self confidence because when a teacher has a mastery of his subject matter, he is self confident. And if students ask him or her a question, she or he is confident to answer. And the teacher must always be 2 steps ahead or more steps ahead of the students. That's why the teacher must read ahead of students because there are students who are advanced and there are students who always read. There are students uh, who have cell phones who can always connect to the internet and research and if the star section is your class, you must always be ahead because intelligent students tend to question many things and effective teachings convey a love of the field. So when you love your subject, like me, I love science, especially physics. You have the confidence and the passion and the dedication to teach the subject. So these are the characteristics of effective teaching. The teaching and learning process must be fun. It's not it's a sin to be a boring teacher. So the essentials of good teaching are clarity, enthusiasm, interaction, organization, pacing, disclosure, rapport between the students and the teachers, knowledge and enthusiasm, good organization, effective communication where every student can be confident to explain their opinions, positive attitudes, fair evaluation and grading, and flexible approaches to teaching. So, looking at these diagrams or posters, the first one, teaching is the profession that creates all other professions. That is why it is very important to be a good teacher and not a bad teacher because there are bad teachers. So, this one, a teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches a heart. So are the best teachers are like this. They they take a hand, they open the mind, and they touch a heart. And there is also a saying that the teachers open the door and let the students come by themselves. And in this diagram, you can see that teaching is related to skills, leadership, career, mentor, expertise. And in this one, teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. And this one, even though it's very small now. It says that good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others. So as you can see in this diagram, the teacher is dropping the candle to the heads of the students. So these illustrations are very good, explaining the importance of the teaching profession. Teaching as an important profession because teachers are nation builders. As I have said earlier in my previous lessons, teachers shape the minds of the future generations. Teachers are more creative with a lot of sacrifice. Modern teachers are the high pedagogy of technology. Like me, even though I have a lot of things doing, I have a lot of things in my plate. I have research. I have my PhD in University of the Philippines, Open University. I am a DOST scholar and I have 3 children and I have a husband. I still find time to make this YouTube channel for my students. So teaching serves a great social purpose. Okay, so the teaching profession, like this colorful pens, teachers are the most responsible and important member of society because their professional efforts affect the fate of the future. So, as a teacher, I do my best. I do my best every day because I know and I believe that the fate of the future also uh, is within me, is from my heart, from my mind. So I do my best every day uh, for my students, for my kids, for my husband, for my parents, my family, my brothers and sisters. Because as a Christian, I follow the teachings of Christ to be the best version of myself. And I teach this to my students so they can shine like the candle, lighting others out of the dark. So these are the qualities of a good teacher: professional conduct, personal conduct, effective classroom management, professional competence, consistent excellence, and capacity for growth. So all of these are the qualities of a good teacher, and I believe I am one of these good teachers. Like my favorite teachers who inspire me to become a teacher also. So teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. That is according to APJ Abdul Kalam. So, the best brains of the nation may be found on the last bench of the classroom. So, if you are a good teacher, you can inspire your students. Even they come from different backgrounds. Some of your students are poor, some are rich, some did not eat breakfast before coming to school. So, if you are a good teacher, you can inspire them. Even they have problems or issues with their lives going on, if you are a good and you have the qualities of a good teacher or the best teacher you can be, you can inspire your students and they will remember you for the rest of their lives. So, as a conclusion, a good teacher always have to develop themselves and the society. A good teacher has the capacity to change the nation, and a good teacher is a role model for the students. So I am always telling this to my students that as future teachers, if you decide to be a teacher in the future, you must be a role model for the society because teachers are standing up and teachers affect eternity. Teachers shape the nation. Teachers develop and change the nation because students spend most of their time in classrooms, in schools. So teachers affect children and young adults and college and masters and the PhD students very much. because most of the time, every day, they are at school learning. So, looking at this diagram, we can see that these circles enclose each other. So, at the center is the mission, followed by identity, and then beliefs, and then competencies and behavior. The environment is affecting all of this according to the uh, behaviorism philosophy of education. Our environment affects the attitude of a child. So it's very important that teachers create a positive, fun, learning environment. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for listening. And I hope you learned something in this lesson as a future teacher. So, our resource, thank you for these resources, slideshare.net, and our uploader, Shagarajar College of Preceptors, and from the Dictionary Oxford Languages. For our student activity, you will create a 2-minute video of yourself explaining why teaching is the noblest profession, and you will submit it to our Google Classroom in 3 days. I will wait for your output. Thank you for listening and be the best version of yourself. Mabuhay!